Como é que é, pessoal? Está tudo bem? Voltámos. Tive de fazer uma pausa porque tive uns assuntos breves a resolver. E agora tudo novo. Então vamos lá continuar. Estávamos na Torre de Londres à espera de um tal Warden. E bora lá. Espero que gostem. Rebentem com esse like. E bora.
What do you think, Holmes?
My name is Sherlock Holmes and this is my friend Dr. Watson. We are here at this late hour to meet with the Chief Warder. A recent event has led us to believe that some harm may befall the security of the buildings and goods under his responsibility. Stay here and wait a moment. Above all, do not deface the walls.
I must await the guard's return. I'm the detective, not the robber.
De qualquer das maneiras temos que esperar, né? Nada podemos fazer. Watson, para de ser barata torta.
It must be done quickly, Holmes.
Sabe o que é que queres que eu faça? Não vou fazer nada, né?
I must await the guard's return. I'm the detective, not the robber.
Eu estou a gostar, eu por acaso até gosto de jogos assim com estes tipos de puzzle. No início não correu assim muito bem porque pronto, isto é aquela parte das zintes e o caneco. Pá, mas agora acho que em breve está para vir o novo um Chapter 1, né, do Sherlock Holmes. Pá, eu ainda não joguei o último, mas tenciono jogar. Agora vou passar todos eles para vou passar todos eles para pronto, porque nunca não vou dizer que nunca os passei. Eu passei um, não me lembro qual é que era, para ser sincero. Vamos ter que,
So, Holmes, what are we doing?
temos que esperar, né? Caraças, isto é o quê? Andrew Chester C. Waddle Connor Robert Mortruz, ou como é que aquilo é? 1793 Cap Man Partners Pure Leo Tsu qualquer coisa. Allens.
Good evening, gentlemen. I am Smith, the Chief Warder. Pardon me, but did you tell the guard that you are
Sim.
Sherlock Holmes?
Indeed, I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
Incredible, Mr. Holmes. What a strange coincidence that.
It is not a matter of coincidence in this case. I am here because something that you hold within these walls has disappeared. I was hoping to arrive in time to prevent this from happening, but I fear we are too late.
Are there 6?
Watson, I am certain that the Chief Warder will answer all of our questions as he brings us to the scene of the crime.
I will indeed. If you would come this way.
Realmente não há... Ele era uma mente brilhante e dotada para o crime.
Thank you for your discretion, Mr. Holmes. If word got out, the consequences would be disastrous. On that note, I would like to know who warned you. Apart from the Raven Master, I thought no one else knew.
Based on what you've told me, you should have assumed that someone else was fully informed of the situation. The same person who warned me. The very person who stole the ravens.
I beg your pardon?
It's much too long a story to relate, and time is not on our side. The basic facts of the matter are as follows. The man who stole the ravens has contemplated more than just your embarrassment. Your ravens will most certainly not be recaptured, not tonight, nor tomorrow. We must act accordingly. We'll claim that the birds are under quarantine for health reasons. You and the Raven Master must also confine yourselves and not talk to anyone, but continue your business as if nothing happened. Now, tell me what happened.
It's very simple. An hour ago at most, at nightfall, the Raven Master found me at my desk. He was quite agitated. The ravens had disappeared. As he was attempting to catch the last of the ravens to return it to the cage for the night, the black silhouette which he was chasing flew off. The ravens normally have their wings clipped. This bird then began to sing a little jingle, then flew swiftly away towards one of the buildings. The Raven Master then did a tour of the fortress and noticed that the ravens had disappeared and were replaced. Incredible!
And where is the Raven Master?
He is confined to his bed at present, and I am quite concerned due to his age. Mr. Holmes, we can't keep this matter secret forever. The ravens must be returned as soon as possible.
Indeed, there is a chance, as the thief certainly left some clues behind, quite possibly voluntarily. Without sounding vain, I do believe I am the only one who is capable of taking advantage of them. Where are the ravens normally during the day?
In the field facing the entrance to the White Tower. You can get there through this door. I was just there and noticed this black envelope on the ground. I haven't opened it yet.
Give it to me.
6 have flown, now the 6 are back. Look on each one again and again. Where will be Lupin's next attack? The 6 reunited shall form a quatrain. Awesome, Lupin.
Do you have a lantern you could lend us?
Yes, I can give you mine. Here. I can also give you a map of the site. I'm sure you will find it handy.
Indeed. I am already starting to feel disoriented here.
Vá, agora temos que ir investigar. Tchau, tchau.
I will inform the service personnel that your presence here is authorized and that they are to assist you in any way possible. I will try to join you later. However, I must also prepare for the ceremony of the keys.
Watson, the game is afoot again.
What are we to do, Holmes?
Chase 6 birds, Watson.
Chase? There must be a shotgun or two here, Holmes. Why can't we mix business with pleasure for once?
One missed shot, and the bird flies off and never returns, taking England's dignity with it. Can you handle that kind of pressure, Watson?
Well...
Exactly, Watson. Now, let's listen to their calls and find whence they originate. A bird is hiding in one of the trees. Its song is quite lovely. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Como é que nós vamos atraí-lo? Nós precisamos de arranjar uma forma para atraí-lo.
The famous White Tower.
Tu não sobes, preciso de ti, Watson.
What do you think, Holmes?
Para atrair seja o que for.
Closed.
Como é que vamos atrair? Roman Wall. Temos que ir ali. Ali não consigo perceber como é que vamos ainda atraí-lo. Mas vamos aqui primeiro e vamos deixar aquele para o último.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
Como é que a gente vai? Como é que a gente vai lá para cima? Ok, por aqui. Como é que a gente vai subir?
This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
The bird, Holmes. There it is.
This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. This feather was dyed black. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. This bird is apprehensive. I'd like to know which bird it is.
Não podemos. Qualquer coisa, calma, calma.
Seed husks, it would appear. Lupin must have lured the ravens and then caught them one after the other.
Boa, e agora a questão permanece, que é como é que a gente vai fazer?
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
Tudo muito certo. Agora, como é que isso vai acontecer, não sei. Não faço ideia, grandes.
A sock that was left behind. What scandal! One of the guards deserves a punishment.
We have more important things to deal with, Watson. Interesting. A camera with a magnesium flash.
Bluebird of Paradise. Paradised Rudolphi. This fowl from Oceania use a unique technique in order to attract the female during the amorous season. They construct little grass and twig cabins that they decorate with flowers and rocks, working until their adornments are of a dazzling blue color. Some explorers have witnessed the extraordinary risk-taking of these little carpenters in their quest for blue objects, some of them even penetrating camps and skimming humans' feet. The origin of this blue obsession can be explained, perhaps, by the fact that blue is the only color that a bird's eye can distinguish. Perdão, grandes. Rock partridge, Electoris greca, a cousin to the red-legged partridge from Corsica. This remarkable bird has become in only a few decades one of the rarest in Europe. Naturalists confirm that only a dozen specimens remain, of which most are in captivity. The fall in the numbers of these is due to intensive hunting in their habitat, the Sardinian forest, and because of their slow rate of reproduction. The few facts that we know about the behavior of this bird are based on observations made in the aviaries. The literature and the specialists all agree on the bird's great placidity, as it rarely gets alarmed and almost never leaves its preferred perches. Reproduction is based on an exchange of cries between the female and the male, the female usually initiating the interactions. Her unique cry seems to have a hypnotic effect on the male, who must often wait for years before being solicited, and the ease of reproducing this sound with a call as made for the grave, inexorable fate of this species.
This may prove to be useful.
Não consigo perceber em quê, mas tu dizes.
Closed.
Agora temos ali qualquer coisa. Mas já lá vamos. Vamos aqui primeiro.
Closed.
Não, nada. Vamos aqui. O que é que temos aqui?
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs.
Evening, governors. You the
Yes,
investigator Chief told us about? He told me to
Don't
go around
worry,
and spot you,
I'll
but see,
handle this.
I was out of shag, and with it being a shilling a pack and all, there was no reason to
Yeah,
inform
that's
Scotland
right, mate.
Yard.
What happened to your pack of tobacco?
Heading back to the barracks, it fell down, didn't it? I shone me lantern down on it, and this black thing swooped out the shrubs and nicked it. Since then, it won't stop its chattering.
Fancy that. What did the pack look like?
Oh, 'twas a bright blue pack. An anchor on the front too. I won't be giving you a reward for its return though, eh? Just so's we're clear.
I don't expect to find it, my friend. Good night.
That's that then. Good night.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs. Impossible to scour. These shrubs are impenetrable. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. Impossible to scour. These shrubs are impenetrable. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it. What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
Podemos sempre ver aqui. Rock Partridge. Eu acho que é este. Paradisia. Yeah, eu acho que é este. Este aqui é o Bird of Paradise. Blue Bird of Paradise. E como é que nós conseguimos? In order to attract a female during the summer season, they construct little grass and twig cabins that they decorate with flowers and rocks. So explore.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call.
Yeah. Pá, pelo menos não me deixa dúvidas. Que eu acho que é isso mesmo. Yeah.
What singular tracks these are. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to...
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
Mas como é que os vamos atrair? Não, mas é este. ali é o outro. É este aqui. É este aqui. Podemos experimentar.
This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Sim,
Seed husks, it would appear.
ali está fechado. E agora onde é que vamos conseguir? Vamos ali que é para apanhar. Já tinha passado aqui.
Hold on. The most recent footprints on the ground correspond exactly with those that I found. These footprints are size 9.
Ah, I was looking all over for you. Have you found anything that will put you on the trail of the missing ravens?
We are making progress. Tell me, what is behind this door?
It's the storeroom.
Do you have the key for this door?
I can open it, but you won't get far. A grill is blocking the entrance, and Pitt, our cook, thought it would be a good idea to put on a combination lock.
Do you have the code for the lock?
No, having nothing to do in this area, I do not know the code.
Obviously, no chance.
Será que vamos?
Can you find the cook?
It's just that tonight is his night off. He could be in one of countless pubs in London, and he won't be back until tomorrow, just in time to prepare our tea.
That's unfortunate.
Wait, I seem to remember that the code to open the lock has something to do with one of his ancestors. Listen, I can give you the key to his apartment. It's just to the right of the storeroom. If you find something, it will save time. I'll explain it when he gets back.
I thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Smith. I will return everything to its proper place.
Ok, então tem a ver com a idade do senhor.
Closed.
Thursday, ham, omelette, varnish and pudding. My dearest darling, it's been a long time since I've written with news, but I've been very tired for the last while, and I haven't had the energy to get up even just to jot a note. And you know how Mary writes. I didn't dare ask her to take my dictation, as it would take me 3 days to correct her errors, and I'd end up spending my pension on bottling papers. She is just the same, a sweet girl, and not a thief like the one before. I'm happy to hear how work is going for you. The whole family is bursting with pride that one of our family is in the service of the Queen, our poor widow of Windsor. I was speaking the other day with Mr. Nesbit, whose son didn't rise above raising pigs. The old lady thinks of nothing but him and his trade, and is always trying to convince me to buy some ham, lard, and what have you whenever she visits. I say to her, "You listen, Mr. Nesbit, if you're just here to nauseate me with this greasy reference to your son's sad toiling, You might as well stay home. She reeks of manure almost as much as the pigs themselves, but no, she is proud to raise pigs, even though her grandfather was the Duke himself, master of the hunt. Talk about social climber. Ah, not like you, my dear, when I think of you as cook in the Tower of London, with regal chambers to be sure, when years ago our family had their feet in chains, there they were, stood up all night and all day waiting at the postern. You told me that you had found a trace of your ancestor's arrival as well as the precise date that he was standing there so many years ago. It's good of you to honor his memory and forgive him for, no matter what his faults were, it's thanks to him that we have gone through the trials of time. Take care of yourself, your loving Grand Nudra.
This letter is very interesting. It's a shame the envelope is missing.
Mr. Macdon's or two children's, Mr. Mac. The pit, McAdams.
McAdams family. I've seen that name somewhere.
So, Holmes, what are we doing?
McAdams. Master of the Duke himself, master of the hunt. Storeroom.
Closed.
Mas aqui já não conseguimos encontrar nada. Já temos que encontrar alguém para falar. Então, mas... Então, não quer sair? Não quer sair. Esperem aí, grandes. Desculpem lá, grandes. Bem. Agora isto é que se passou mesmo. Porque... a ver, não estava a conseguir abrir a porta. Como é que a gente vai conseguir?
Nice faience plate.
What the devil are you up to, Holmes?
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. This may prove to be useful. A few drops of red wax. They are from the jars of tomatoes. A few drops of red wax. They are from the jars of tomatoes. This may prove to be useful.
Look, Holmes, jars of tomatoes from Italy. They must be
É
delicious.
verdade, sim senhora.
Look, Holmes, jars of tomatoes from Italy. They must be delicious.
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not a master lockpick. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not a master lockpick.
Ai. Bem, nós não temos ainda o coisa, a informação. Às vezes passa-se o jogo. Às vezes passa-se. Vamos aqui e vamos tentar usar isto.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs. No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
Will you ever explain it to me, Holmes?
If you had read the reference work on birds carefully, you would know that we are dealing with a blue bird of paradise, my dear Watson.
It seems so simple, Holmes.
Pronto, eu acho que já sei uma coisa. Provavelmente, se vocês repararem, nós temos uma corda. Esta corda provavelmente vai ser usada para fazermos a escalada aqui.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
Afinal isto abria o tempo todo. Já agora, dá para ir para baixo.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
I hear a strange screech behind this door, but the sound is weak. This door is securely closed. Perhaps Smith could open it. Watson, could you fetch him?
Understood, Holmes. There, look, it's here. We can hear a strange noise from behind this door, but it's locked.
Ah, this door.
Eu acho que ele está-nos a atrasar.
Can you open
por
it?
Certainly. To be honest, I was scared you'd bring me here. It's one of the oldest rooms in the fortress. Possibly dates back to before the official construction. because, as you know, Roman ruins were originally on this spot. It's a sinister spot in which we made some gruesome discoveries. We would have preferred to condemn it. The men were scared half to death.
Gruesome discoveries?
It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is almost completely worn off. Hanging above is a shield that we can't identify. These heraldic shields are almost completely obliterated. These heraldic shields are almost completely obliterated. The screeches are coming from this crack and seem to echo. Without a doubt, there is a room behind this wall, but there is no visible entrance.
The corner of this stone was a bit broken, and we tried to enlarge it with a pick. However, the stone is too hard, and having seen what was underground, we didn't want to pursue the endeavour. Who knows what is hidden behind the wall?
Também saíste-me cá medricas dos diabos.
The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose. Watson, the symbols on the heraldic shields and this Latin inscription may permit us to get through to the other side of the wall. I must try to find something to bring out the contrasts.
Understood, Holmes.
The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose. These bones are centuries old. These bones are centuries old.
Ok, eu acho que para dar contraste podemos usar isto.
It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is all Watson. The symbols on the heraldic shields and this Latin inscription may permit us to get through.
Understood, Holmes.
The nooks under the shields are riddled. These heraldic shields are almost completely. The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose.
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
These shields don't mean anything. These heraldic shields are almost completely obliterated. It appears to be Latin, Watson. The symbols on the heraldic shields and this Latin inscription may permit us to get through to.
Understood, Holmes.
Então vamos ter que procurar. Não sei como, mas vamos tentar.
Closed. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was.
Como é que vamos lá para cima então?
Closed.
Se me explicares como é que vamos lá para cima. Ou seja, o gajo está ali. A maneira de subirmos é por ali. Vamos experimentar. Opa! Olha!
This collection of weapons is impressive. A box of munitions, empty. Magnificent articulated armor. All of the pieces are detachable, even the greaves. If I want to attract a bird with this call, I must know which bird to call. It could be that none of the calls will correspond.
Ok. Bora.
This part is dedicated to medieval hunting. This space is dedicated to the Navy. This may prove to be useful. This net has a large mesh. We'll find out later if it'll prove to be useful. Coal, this may prove to be useful. This collection of weapons is impressive.
Pronto. Acho que já tenho algo para fazer contraste ali embaixo. Vamos então bater com o bottom, que aquilo dá para fazer contraste. Tá bem.
At last, Holmes. I haven't found anything of interest, but having heard the cries for so long, I am convinced that they are not those of a bird.
It's hardly more visible, and it will take me hours to translate them as they are so foreign to me.
Wait, I think I've already seen that coat of arms on one of our antique shields in the arms room. I seem to recall that Brigadier Metcalf explained the symbolism of these arms. If you show it to him, I'm sure he could share that information with you. He's either doing his rounds, or you'll find him in the dormitory.
I'll take care of it, Watson. Stay here and see if you can make anything out of the Latin inscription.
You're too kind, Holmes. Go on, then.
Então vamos lá ter com o Smith, ou como é que o outro se chama. Ele está lá por cima. Bem, tu estás-me a enervar um bocadinho, sabias? Ia buscar ali os revólveres que tu ias ver. O dormitório é ali em cima. E até já saí os cantos à casa. Está aqui o gajo. Vamos lá para
Who goes there?
Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. Are you Brigadier Metcalf?
That's me. What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Eu queria fazer um... Então...
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Closed.
O gajo não fala com ele.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Ah, já sei. Pai, eu também estava a ser estúpido. Eu primeiro tenho que ir buscar. Tenho que ir buscar aquilo à parte das armas e mostrá-lo. Que é ali.
A small navy cannon in perfect condition. It is just missing the wheels. Closed. Closed.
Caraças. Mas supostamente tenho que ir falar com ele. Não faço ideia. Vamos lá assim uma vez. Ah, não, mas precisamos do... Ah, tem que mudar o... aqui mudar porque aquele gajo é um animal diferente. Aquele gajo é um Alectoris Graisha Rock Party. Não, por acaso até este aqui é. Yeah.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think. I must have made a mistake. Time to think. I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Black Feather. Tá bem, meu. O Black Feather é do. É daquele corpo que está ali.
The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves. It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is almost completely worn off. Hanging above is a shield that we can't identify.
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
It's rather...
Ai, já estou. Wait, I think I've already seen that coat of arms on one of our antique shields in the arms room. I seem to recall that Brigadier Metcalf explained the symbolism of these arms. If you show it to him. Como é que eu vou mostrar?
The nooks under the shields are riddled with holes and grooves, which seem to have been created on purpose.
Munitions. Bem, isto está ao mesmo tempo que um gajo. É claro, lá está. Estúpido. Ai, estúpido. Deixa-me vir ali. Ter com o prato que deixámos ali no chão. O prato que deixámos ali.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird. I must have made a mistake. Time to think. I must have made a mistake. Time to think. What singular tracks these are? I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Eu queria falar com ele, mas ele não me diz nada.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Eu acho que aquele gajo que está ali na árvore é isto. É o... Temos que ir buscar.
This part is dedicated to medieval hunting.
Mail. Work.
Impossible. I can only take one. I must choose well.
Hungry. Mail work from.
Magnificent articulated armor. All of the pieces are detachable, even the greaves.
O gajo não está a falar comigo, meu. Será que é um bug do jogo? Não me deixar falar com ela?
It's definitely a partridge. Catch it now. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Vamos falar com ele. Epá, meu, se eu tivesse um revólver ou uma espingarda, já estavas aí para o forno, tu. Estão lá em baixo. Oh.
It's rather cold in this crypt, Holmes.
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
The nooks under the shields are riddled. It appears to be Latin, Watson.
Está bem, mas... Fuck. Ai, meu. Lá vai um pássaro. Pá, já tratamos aqui de um pássaro. Agora, como é que vamos tratar do outro? Aquele gajo... Perdão, grandes. Aquele gajo ali não quer falar.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
That's me. What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? Pá, não sei. Para ser sinceros, grandes, não faço. Puta ideia. Porque um gajo tenta lá ir. É que é aquele gajo. É aquele gajo. Só que não percebo. O gajo é suposto. The road can be found at the opposite end of the spiral staircase. Okay. The Raven. What am I trying to accomplish here? First Raven. Ali está uma cena, ali está outra. Ali tem uma cena que não sei o que fazer ali. Ali não tem nada. E aqui tem uma porta que está
Closed.
Exato. Mas até um telescópio temos. Não é telescópio, é um binóculo. Temos ali uma porta. Supostamente é para dar a volta a isto tudo. Será que temos alguma coisa?
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
Ah, pera! Os documentos. Macadams. Está aqui. 21/8/1632. 21/8/1632. 21/8/1632. Eu tenho que escrever, senão vou me esquecer. Tenho que pôr aqui. Ora bem. 21/8/1632. Ok.
Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not a master lockpick.
21/8/1632.
This chicken was painted black. It seems to have some paper in its entrails. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Já encontramos dois que não eram legíveis. Aqui não tem mais nada. Gostava que este cara de otário falasse.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
Ai.
closed. These bones are centuries old.
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, it's rather cold in this crypt, Holmes.
It appears to be Latin, Watson. The inscription is almost completely worn off. Hanging above is a shield that we can't identify.
Tem três coroas. Nós não temos nada dos documentos sobre isso. Vamos ter que lá voltar à... Caraças, aqui, já agora... Vamos ter que mudar o apito.
This shield resembles that of the crypt. It appears quite old.
Tantas vezes, meu. Ai, ai, ai. Vamos lá então falar com o Metcalf. Já tive ali uma porrada de vezes.
What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes? What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
I've been informed that you know the origin of the coat of arms on this heraldic shield.
Indeed. I'm no expert on the subject, but I do dabble in the Middle Ages. In short, I know that it's the coat of arms of the Round Table.
Código de armas da mesa
Thank you.
redonda.
Think nothing of it.
Perdão.
Back to my rounds.
Vamos ter com o Watson e dizer estas novidades.
It appears that the coat of arms is that of the Round Table. Strange, don't you think? No doubt the coats of arms on either side are those of knights or other heroes from Camelot. My intuition suggests that the Latin inscription is connected. Mr. Smith, would you have a book on King Arthur, Camelot, or the Round Table around here?
No, I'm sorry, and there's no chance that any member of the staff would have one in their own possession.
Watson, you must return to Baker Street and find Barnes, the bookseller. He usually works late, sometimes throughout the night it seems, ever since we brought him back that book from New Orleans. If he isn't there, find him somehow and ask him to open his store. A reference work that can help us will certainly be found there. As for me, I'll stay here to decipher this cryptic inscription.
As you wish, Holmes.
One of the guards can take you in a cart, Dr. Watson.
Very good, Mr. Smith. You take care of that, then return to see me. I will most assuredly need your knowledge of the place.
Ok, então agora temos que ir buscar Ok, New Orleans.
It's most assuredly closed. How will I find Barnes? I thought he lived above his shop. Perhaps if I called out. Barnes? Barnes!
Olha quem ele é, o jornalista.
Barnes! Barnes!
Hey, are you thick? You'll end up spending the night in a cell if you keep this up. Such a racket at this hour. Hey, I recognise you. You're the detective's dog's body. I guess that with that coin I gave you, you bought yourself a keg of beer.
Listen, young man, I am not a servant, I am a doctor. And the reason I am shouting at the top of my lungs is not because I am under the effects of alcohol, but because it is required by an affair the importance of which a mere pencil pusher such as yourself could not possibly begin to fathom.
I beg of you, keep quiet, your lordship. I was merely trying to help your lordship avoid a disagreement with the police force. It is rather curious that a person of such standing as your lordship is howling in the middle of the night in order to hunt down a second-rate bookseller.
Yes, I see. Well, since you seem to know everything, doesn't Barnes the bookseller live up there, on top of his shop?
Would his lordship pardon me, but I'm a journalist, not a good Samaritan. You see, I sell my information, and you haven't named a price yet.
I have a few coins. Is it...
I don't need your coppers, Doctor. Whatever is inside there isn't worth a yawn. But we could come to an arrangement if you give me your word as a gentleman that you'll help me out some day.
Anything you wish. Well, within reasonable limit, of course.
Ah, it won't be anything difficult. All I want is to get a good scoop. Got it?
I'll do what I can, but discretion is vital.
I will be discretion itself. Listen, your friend Barnes had problems with his landlady recently. She claims he's been doing some strange experiments. He screams during the night. There's all kinds of strange odours. In short, 2 days ago, he had to move to a room at the Golden Lion.
In that hideous dive?
That's the place. He's there every night anyway.
But the Golden Lion must be closed at this hour.
A fish.
We're closed.
Go on, Doc. No doubt you'll find your man inside. Until next time, Doctor. And don't forget your promise.
Hey, you there. Where do you think you're going?
Pardon me, I'm looking for someone. I've been told...
That don't interest me, mister. Here, I serve drinks and you drink 'em, that's all. When you start looking, you end up finding trouble here. So, what'll it be?
Pardon me, I'm looking for someone. I've been told...
Scram, you drunkard!
Excuse me, sir.
Shh, keep it down, mate. You'll blow me cover.
Your what?
Me cover, you deaf or how?
But why a cover?
Because I'm a bobby, on the lowdown. Hush hush and all that.
You don't say.
It's a fact. I know everything about everyone, I do.
I would assume that a professional of the police force such as yourself must know where to find Barnes. You know, the bookseller on Glentworth Street.
Look behind the door at the back, next near the bar.
I'll take my leave then.
Fine, but shh. Sod off before I get Mike to take care of you, if you get me drift.
I'd be better to not insist.
Battered? You rat!
Olha a nossa amiga.
Here, take my handkerchief, miss.
Thank ye, sire. You are a real gentleman, don't you know? And handsome too, what with your glad rags and all. So swanky. I've got a few nice threads myself. Perhaps we could get a little drink and I could show you my room.
No, thank you.
I don't please you? I'm too skinny? That's it, isn't it?
No, not at all. Well, somewhat. But that isn't the problem. I'm looking for a friend, and I was told that he was behind the door at the back, but the barkeep won't let me through.
You need someone to vouch for you to get in there.
Espera em grandes. Desculpem grandes.
What's wrong? Is something the matter?
Listen, love, you been swell, but I'm out of brass to buy my fix. So either you help me pay my debt with Luigi, and I get you through that door, or you get out of my way. Got it?
Poor child. She's a ghost. If Holmes could see her, he'd understand the horror of his vice. Let me think. Perhaps I could find something at our lodgings to alleviate the child's suffering and make her open the door. I'll leave you now, miss.
Então bora lá.
He must have noticed that I was diluting his hidden vials and wanted to prevent me from doing so. It's the one time in my life that I have proven to be stronger than my friend Holmes. Alas, I cannot boast about it to him, for who knows what his reaction might be. Holmes's makeup and accessories. With the help of this, his disguises are very impressive. A scandal in Bohemia. Holmes's very first adventure. But why is he keeping this journal? Holmes is not the type to archive his past adventures. Oh, the photo of Irene Adler. I'm not surprised that Holmes kept it. To him, she is the only woman. He perceives her as being so superior to the rest of her sex that he can't even speak her name. Could he have felt something close to love for her? Who knows? Ah, Holmes's order of the...
Deixa-me só ver. Eu acho que já temos. Aqui não temos nada. Bora. Vamos com pressa.
Coming up, love.
I'll leave you now, miss.
Tenho que pôr isto.
Coming up, love. Did your fine gent find something hidden under his mattress then?
No, but I have something in this vial that will prevent you from suffering tonight. And here's my card. My name is Dr. Watson. You must promise to visit me at my office next Monday. Together we can find a solution to your problem, dear child. First, however, I must pass through this door.
Say, Eddie, this gent is one of my pals. One of the guys will pledge for him. He's in the mood for a bit of fun. Let him through, will you?
I'll leave you now, miss.
Bora. Finalmente. O que é isto? Aí é uma corrida de tartarugas. Nunca mais saem dali. Muito bom, muito bom.
Let's go, Ginger! Go, go!
Go, Tracy!
Barnes!
Dr. Watson, what are you doing here?
I've been looking for you, Barnes. You must open your shop for me.
Out of the question, Doctor. I've bet all of my money and then some on this turtle. And if I leave the table right now, who knows if someone won't try to cheat me? Go, Ginger!
But why are you gambling to begin with? It's not like you at all.
Go, Ginger! I needed a large sum of money for me new experiments. I heard about this place, and I almost lost everything on the dogfight. But the turtle stayed true, and I'll win it back. Go, Ginger, go! Oh, no!
Come on, Barnes, time to pay up.
It's just that, you see, I'm broke, Dr. Watson. Could you loan me some money?
Fine. How much does he owe you?
£81 and sixpence.
How much?
I'll pay you back, Dr. Watson, in a few weeks. Or a few months.
In a few years. I don't have the money presently, but I would be happy to sign a promissory note.
Tough luck. I want cash. Find me some, or your little friend will never see the light of day again.
Please, Doctor, I beg you.
So, Doctor, have you finally found your friend? What's going on? It would seem that I've found some news.
This poor sod is in it for £80. I've given him credit for a week now. I want my dough.
But this gentleman is Dr. Watson. He's well known throughout the area. He should be able to guarantee...
Not bloody likely. Cash or nothing doing.
If I understood properly, Doctor, you must take Barnes from here to save his life as well as solve your own problem.
Exactly. But it seems that may not be
Ele
advisable.
não está a
Say,
pedir boas
mister,
mensagens, não está, não.
Can I speak to you in private?
Can do.
E a grande privacidade.
Got it. Doc, it could be that I'd be happy with, I don't know, some jewellery, for example, some nice trinkets, a trophy or a medal.
Dr. Watson will certainly find something appropriate. Not to worry. I'll wait for you here, Doctor, to ensure that nothing happens to your friend Barnes.
I'll do my best. You, Barnes, deserve to be left at the mercy of these rogues. Where will I find something to give to these rogues?
Vamos ter que ir buscar troféu do...
Yes, the only solution is to search our lodgings for something to pay the thugs. To think that this statue saved Holmes's life during the adventure of the empty house. Holmes's sidearm. A scandal in Bohemia. The Order of the Legion of Honor.
Isto pode ser que dê.
So, Doc, did you find the miracle drug that'll stop your patient from dying?
Enough, you rascal. I'll return tomorrow to buy it back.
Plus interest, you hear?
Thank you, Doctor. 1,000 thanks.
You're a good guy, Doctor. A real saviour.
Now, Barnes, you must open your shop without further delay.
I don't know how to thank you, Doctor. How can I help you? Tell me what you need, and I'll have it for you within the hour.
I need the most in-depth reference work you have on the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur,
Acho que
with
o
heraldic
Sherlock vai
illustrations
gostar
if
muito.
possible.
Certainly. I think I have something somewhere. It's very rare, but I don't recall exactly where it is.
Well, let's look for it together.
Se tiver Sir Bors de Ganis, Sir Lancelot, Sir Balin, Sir Percival, Sir Christum.
Here, chivalry and spiritualism. Can we turn the round table? This is it, am I right?
Ah, yes, that's the one. A very rare and thorough book.
I'll take it. You can deduct it from the amount that you still owe me, Barnes. I must be off, and...
Wait, Dr. Watson. I just wanted to say before you left. Wait, where did I put it? There. A moment, please. The book in which you're interested is an extremely rare edition. My records show that its price is 98 quid 9p. It's a beautiful book. Quite rare, that.
It's your good luck that I'm in a hurry, Barnes. Otherwise I'd stuff this book down your throat, all £98 and 9p worth.
Bem, vamos embora.
There you are at last, Watson. You took your time. Do you have what I asked for?
It wasn't without difficulty, but here is a book that will help us.
A worthless book written by an unreliable author. Obviously a remnant that Barnes couldn't sell and presented you free of charge. You need to be charitable on occasion, Watson. That little bookstore could have used a few of your farthings.
If you say so, Holmes.
Fine. This should do the trick. While you were dallying, I was able to translate this inscription. I've just finished, and this is the transcription.
The first warning star was seen by Lamorak. Bors scrupulously sharpened his glaive. He waited for Percival and his crows. Beak.
This song mentions specific pole weapons. Watson, stay here to ensure that the creature behind the wall doesn't escape.
Where are you going now, Holmes?
To find the solution to open this door.
E onde é que vais encontrar a solução? Ai, eu já estava fora deste... Explica-me lá.
You must be Sherlock Holmes, am I right? The chief told me to help you. What can I do?
Can you help me to identify certain weapons that are found here?
No problem. That's easy. Show them to me, and I'll tell you what they are.
The first morning star was seen by Lamorak.
A morning star, a club-like weapon, quite popular with the English army.
Bors scrupulous sharpen his glaive.
This hook is a bec de Corbin, or crow's beak as it's sometimes called. It was complemented by a hammer or spike.
Olha, isto é preciso que isto é do Bors. Crocus beak. And this Bardish no mere crane with sword in hand.
These weapons are heavy. I can only take 2 at a time.
Ah, ok. Ok, então eu tenho o Bors. Como é que é o Bors? É aquele assim, é este.
I need something. I need something.
Sim, eu sei. O Bors é este. E agora? Lemrak. Não! Lemrak. Qual é que é o Lemrak? Ok. O dragão. Não. É
I
este.
need something.
Este. Agora preciso de ver o Bors. Está ali. Bors é este. Mas eu não sei. Eu acho que eu não tenho o Bors. Eu tenho. Crocus Bake. Isto é o Percival. Percival, ok. Crows Bake. Ok, bora. Vamos buscar as outras duas. Ai, caraças do pássaro, meu. Fogo. Até mete raiva. Bem, agora o que é que nós precisamos? A espada do Lancelot.
Come, Mr. Holmes, that, quite simply, is a sword.
Tá bem, é mesmo isto que eu queria. E agora, o que eu quero é glaive.
It's a bardiche, a type of poleaxe without hooks. A large axe, really.
Não.
These days, we call this a
Okay.
spear. During the Middle Ages,
A
it was
glaive.
called a glaive.
Ok. Temos o glaive, temos a espada do Lancelot e o glaive do Bors. Oh meu, cala-te! Ok, Lancelot é este. E agora o glaive é de quem? O glaive é do Bors. Bors, está aqui. Bora. Tenho o Bors, o Percival, o Lancelot e o Lamorak. Está-me a faltar 2. Está-me a faltar o Bedivere e o Kay. Bedivere e Kay. O Bedivere tinha o quê? Diz Bardish, Nomir Crane. E o outro é o Kay. This party so give a mighty swing, but Lancelot, Bedivere and his Bardish, Nomir Crane. Kay did his party so give a mighty swing. Pá, cala-te, cala-te. Calai-se. Ok, eu quero Bardish.
A man catcher, the ideal weapon against a Frenchman. It's a Lucerne hammer.
Não, nenhum destes.
A true halibut. A magnificent piece. A guisarme, as everyone knows, resembles a fauchard. A partisan, a hasta.
Aqui, partisan. O partisan é do Kay.
It's a bardiche, a type of poleaxe without hooks. A large axe, really.
Bardish, exatamente. Caraças do pássaro, não vai chatear a cabeça. Tem medo de raiva. Bem, este gajo, quem é? É o Bediver. Tem um Bardish. E este.
Elementary.
Well done, Holmes.
Quem é que está aqui? Olha.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its species are. It will be very hard to attract it, and even harder to capture it. If only we could disorient it. Perhaps by pointing a beam to flash a bright light at it. Listen, stay here and prevent it from escaping while I go look.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its species are. It will be very hard to attract it, and even harder to capture it. If only we could...
Have you found something, Mr. Holmes?
Como é que a gente vai encontrar isso? String.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is...
Onde é que a gente vai conseguir encontrar isso? Ora, onde é que a gente vai encontrar isso? Vamos ver aqui na sala de armas. Ver se tem ali alguma coisa. Não tem nada. Nada que se possa usar. Ai, agora como é que eu vou encontrar isso?
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its species are. It will be very hard to attract it, and even harder to capture it. If only we could disorient it. Perhaps by pointing a beam to flash a bright light at it. Listen, stay here and prevent it from escaping while I go look.
A beam.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is...
Onde é que a gente vai encontrar um... Que a gente vai encontrar um beam. Nem sei o que é um beam. Um beam é um feixe de luz. Como é que a gente vai conseguir encontrar o feixe de luz?
Oh, it's rather cold. Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its species are. It will be very hard to attract it, and even harder to capture it. If only we could disorient it. Perhaps by pointing a beam to flash a bright light at it. Listen,
Mas onde é que a gente pode encontrar isso? Tá lá, cala-te. Epá, cala-te. Que nem eu sei, meu. Onde é que a gente vai encontrar ali qualquer coisa? Porque aqui ainda não viemos. Nem dá para passar. Só gosto de ti. Temos ali duas coisas, uma está fechada. Eles já abriram.
closed.
Pois.
A dirty sock, rather unsavoury.
Só se for isto. Ou seja, tipo para queimar isto.
Look, it's a bat, Holmes.
Indeed, Watson, it is scared of our light, as many members of its...
Have you found something, Miss?
Não. Então, mas... Pronto, vamos já ouvir outra vez o...
This instrument will give me a strong, bright light.
Ou seja, isto é aquela câmara que tinha o magnésio para... Acho que é magnésio. Que era para dar o flash. E se nós fizermos isto ao morcego... Cala-te.
Watch out! Protect your eyes!
You got it, Holmes. And as a bonus, you got a nice photograph also.
Hey, yo, Batman.
What do you suggest I do with a photograph of a bat, Watson?
Give it to Sergeant Wayne. It's his camera.
The animal is holding a small piece of paper between its paws. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Vamos tentar aqui.
I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was... I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but... I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach... I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must find a way to approach it. I believe a bird on the roof was speaking, but I don't understand what it said. I must... I believe a bird on the roof... I believe a bird on the roof was...
Não sei.
I believe a bird on the roof...
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
Bom, com isto também não conseguimos este. Ai. Aqui acho que já consegui tudo.
Sunflower seeds. They are a delicacy to certain birds.
Fogo, eu já tive aqui milhentas vezes.
No, this bird doesn't seem to like these seeds.
Então tenho que dar àquele corvo que está ali em cima, provavelmente. O trrr, trrr.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to... I believe a bird on the roof was speaking.
What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
He keeps asking what his name is. This bird seems to be remarkably well trained. How can I find your name?
Beautiful but impish. You search for her name. Long ago on you she played a trick. Or was it your heart that she did prick? German bird or eagle? They're one and the same.
What's my name? What's my name? He keeps asking what his name is. This bird seems to be remarkably well trained. How can I find your name? Beautifully but impish. You search for a name. Beautiful but impish. Que impish? Impish. Travessa. Long ago, on you she played a trick. Or was it your heart that she did prick? German bird or eagle? They're one and the same. Irene Adler. Será?
Elementary. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
Pronto, agora só nos falta 1, 2, 3, 4, faltam-nos dois. Um que está ali em cima e o outro que ainda não o encontramos. Provavelmente está ali dentro. Agora, como é que nós vamos? Como é que nós vamos? Como é que nós vamos? Tá aqui. Mas não diz. Pois, mas não diz do que é que se alimenta. Vamos por aqui continuar ainda. Porque provavelmente há aqui mais qualquer coisa para apanhar. Mas não. Bora, vamos aqui. Acho que aqui está tudo. Fogo, como é que vamos apanhar o gajo? Canvas bag. Será com isto?
The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We are supposed to find 6 birds, and there is one missing. Two possibilities. Either one of the birds has flown and taken our hopes with it, or, despite our misfortune, there is still a chance that the last bird is completely diurnal and is perched somewhere awaiting the day.
What shall we do, Holmes?
Stay up, Watson, and wait. Wait for the dawn and the first signs of life from the bird. Watson! Watson! I hear a bird's call. It would appear that our prayers were answered. We must seek it quickly, Watson.
Aonde? Realmente estou a ouvir. Está ali. Não, o gajo não olha para cima.
Closed.
Olha, olha. Consigo.
Incredible. Based on this bird book, it is a Lemergier. I have heard about them, but I have never seen one with my own eyes.
Since you never leave our lodgings, I'm surprised that you've even heard talk of them. Now what?
Lemergier, Watson. If only it was Greek and had a great big turtle.
What?
A turtle, Watson. Have you never heard of Aeschylus, the philosopher?
I must still be sleeping. This is all a dream. Maybe the whole thing has been a dream. It must be the side effects of the nightmare I was having. Any moment, Mrs. Hudson will...
Watson, get a hold of yourself, man. You aren't dreaming. Our mission, England's honour.
Holmes, did I really hear you talk about a Greek, bearded vulture, a turtle, and a philosopher all in the same sentence?
Indeed, Watson. Listen carefully. Aeschylus was an ancient Greek philosopher. He had a phobia of enclosed spaces and would never enter a building of any kind. This was as a result of the fact that it was predicted that he would die by being crushed by a roof. Do you know how Aeschylus died, Watson? His skull was smashed by a turtle that fell from the skies. We cannot escape our destiny. A turtle carries its house on its back, and its shell is its roof. But where did this turtle come from, and why did it fall exactly on the head of this poor man? Some would say that it was the divine power attached to the prophecy. There is, however, a more pragmatic explanation. The Lemergier, or bearded vulture, likes to eat the bone marrow from the cadavers of large animals. To extract the marrow, it grabs the bone in its claws and flies to a great height. Then it lets go over a rocky area where the bones smash and split open, giving it a lavish feast. Some of them have been observed in Greece behaving the same way with turtles as they normally do with bones, to get at the flesh. Aeschylus was of an advanced age at the time of his death, and his bald head would have reflected light like a smooth rock. Had he been under the shelter of a house, he would never have been hit with the turtle in the first place. I'll let you ponder the philosophical points of the matter, but coming back to our Lemergier, we'll need some bait and something with which to capture the beast.
Holmes, I will take care of finding a turtle. I'll return as soon as possible.
Really, Watson? I commend your industry and valour. That leaves me to find something to trap it.
However, Holmes, would you happen to have a few quid on you?
No, but you can make a detour via Baker Street. There must be at least 10 sovereigns hidden in our lodgings. Just a little memory exercise that I set up. At the boredom, you know.
Ok. Então, vamos... Não. Espera aí que tá aqui.
Strange place to stow money. Ha ha! A sovereign! Elementary, my dear Holmes. Strange place to stow. Strange place to...
Quatro. O resto tá aqui.
A sovereign! Perfect. Ha ha! A sovereign! Elementary, my dear Holmes. Ha ha! A sovereign! Elementary, my dear Holmes. Ha ha! A sovereign! Elementary, my dear Holmes.
E com isto temos 8, faltam 2. Falta aqui alguma coisa? Não, nada. Aqui.
A sovereign! Perfect.
Ok, e tá aqui. Certeza.
A sovereign! Perfect.
Já tenho as 10. E agora? Agora temos que ir lá ao café, que o café pelo menos tinha lá tartarugas.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back.
Então,
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
Então, mas é isso que eu quero.
What'll it be? A bit of the old gut rot? Scram, you drunkard!
Shh, shh. I'm a secret wall with ears. Shh.
Sei como é que eu... Ah, eu também estou sem nabo.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
Pronto, e agora vamos ter com Baker Street, está aqui, Tower of London.
While you wait, Watson, I need something big with which to catch the lammergeier. It's a rather large bird.
Então.
While you wait, Watson, I need something big with which to catch the lammergeier. It's a rather large bird.
Sei como é que vamos arranjar isso. Como é que vamos arranjar isso? Temos que encontrar aqui algum guarda. Ver se nos arranja alguma coisa. Ver se nos arranja aqui alguma coisa. Não, nada. Aqui também está locked.
Closed. Closed. Closed.
São as duas. Onde é que podem estar? Será que aqui na cena das armas? Senão tem que ir ali à entrada.
This string is perfect. I'll get to work while I await Watson.
Ah, ok. Então, pera. Não.
This string is perfect. I'll get to work while I await Watson.
Isto. Não posso ter... Ai, ok. Então pera. Aqui. Aqui. Já sei. Não. Já tá.
Here's your turtle, Holmes.
Watson, you impress me. This specimen will be ideal. I need to find somewhere to put it down, Watson. Closed.
Precisamos encontrar alguma coisa.
I need something. Stand back, Watson, as we wait for our bearded friend to descend.
I hope you'll be able to catch it on the first try, Holmes. Ginger would never forgive me.
Ginger?
Yes, the turtle.
Of course, of course.
Ai, a grande águia, man. Fônix. Rápido, já dá.
There's our starving friend, Watson, and the last paper.
At last. I thought we'd never succeed. Now can we head back to our lodgings and sleep for part of the day? We have until this evening.
We are heading back to Baker Street, Watson, but not to sleep. We have time for a meal, and then we must make haste to the next location that we will ascertain with the help of these messages.
But I'm done for, Holmes.
As Ashila said, I think the slain care little if they sleep or rise again. Come, Watson, make haste.
I can no longer take it. Regardless where these papers that were found on those damn birds at the Tower of London lead, you'll be going without me, Holmes. Plus, this business cannot remain secret much longer, and Scotland Yard would like to take over the case again, and I would gladly give it to them.
You are correct, Watson. Even if Chief Warder Smith sent 2/3 of his men on holiday to minimise the risk of leaks, the authorities would be aware with very little delay that something was afoot in London, and they would want to take over the case, as you say. But Scotland Yard is once again facing a strong opponent and is up against a resounding failure. There is no question of my stepping down or even thinking of resting, not while England is being menaced by Arsène Lupin.
As you wish, Holmes. If only I had known that one day you would be giving me lessons in patriotism.
Now, try to figure out the meaning of these messages.
But how, Holmes?
They are illegible, Watson, but as Lupin seems to be a magician when the mood strikes him, it may well be a conjuring trick. Elementary.
With no hope of return, The six have flown. What to do? I hear you groan. I will avenge the harm against my nation, the price step for restitution. As history proves, a sublime emperor displayed to the whole world our splendor. He conquered the land from east to west. The treasures, be, the treasures he unearthed, all were impressed. From the center of the earth they came, 1,000 years old, even 1,000 again. It was a it was called a treaty, but it was merely a plot for you to steal what was yours, to take not. The name you search for is a city, that of Catherine, a saint very pretty. She was the model not only for Raphael, but Salerio Crivelli and Lochner as well. England still retains this splendor, a brush display. Is it any wonder? The treasure is mine for the taking. I will succeed or die trying. Covered in riddles, the object I am after. It turned a young Frenchman into a master. You thought it was one of yours running the show who deserved to win the prize, but no. Thus it is to our man, not your Mr. Young, to whom we say you are a champ, a lion.
Incomprehensible yet again.
Nay, Watson, this letter talks of painting amongst other things, and I bet Lupin wants to gain some time by having us strolling around London, but this time I anticipate arriving at the site of the next theft before he does. Watson, you're spent. You must rest this morning, and I'll take care of this alone. I'll come back to collect you around 11 o'clock. I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
Bom, grandes, vamos ficar por aqui. Obrigado pelo vosso apoio e vemo-nos no próximo episódio. Eu sou o Luís